So I often struggle to explain the wealth inequality and income difference and disparity or whatever in Accra. And here I am. I guess I'm doing it in the middle of a street with um, dog bones on the floor. Yeah, like everywhere else, there are three classes of people: the rich, the middle class, and the poor, like me. Sometimes they live in different neighborhoods, but other times they live in the same neighborhood. Behind me, you can see cars of both rich and poor. Well, I guess three people, middle class. They don't really exist, but whatever. Out here, okay? And although I've said in a past video that it hurts being poor and that I'm very poor, it's nothing compared to the reality that most poor people have to face in Accra. Like, that's not to say I'm not poor. I am. Gas is expensive right now, so definitely counts. So I'm gonna take you on a journey, and we're actually going to figure out. I'm gonna show you how the poor people live. Okay? This is what it's like right here, being poor and having to commute. You get in one of these little buses, and you kind of wait, and you're kind of packed in there like sardines, and you basically have to breathe each other's farts for the next hour or two. It takes you to reach your destination, which is probably like 25 minutes away. The poor pretty much have to figure out how to have fun on their own, and I think we discovered like the perfect place for the poor. I don't know, I feel kind of bad saying the poor. Like, you can see bottles and shisha night. That's all we have, you know? That's all we have. Right, James? Right. No, he doesn't come here because he's rich. What a time to be alive. So Social Security is a thing in this country, and it's run by like one huge company. I think it's a monopoly. Basically, your monthly contributions, kind of like a 401k. So if you're poor and you don't have a job, what are you gonna put in there? What happens when you put 0 into 0? What'd you get back? 1? 500? I don't know how to help you there. There is a Department of Social Welfare though, and they have a really nice website, and you know, they talk about their mission and their programs and everything they do. But I would like to think I'm an optimist, okay? I'm not a person who wants to see the world burn. I would like to think that they're doing their jobs, but they just don't have the resources to cater to the large amount of people who are struggling in this country. Basically, there appears to be no option for you if you're poor outside of like people putting everything on the line for you to be better, and also, I don't know, luck or something. So basically, if you're poor, fuck you. I was going through the website of the social welfare guys, and it seems like they're a middleman. They're not actually like, hey, we're here to help you. They're more like, hey, we're gonna connect your community to an organization and stuff like that. So maybe I was a little bit unfair in saying if you're poor, fuck you, as if the country does not care about you, even though they really don't. If you're poor, hang in there, buddy. It's gonna be great. You can tell he's going through a lot. Like, if you're walking like this in the middle of a street, just in broad daylight at midday, your life is either really shitty or extremely good. It's so interesting how, like, that's a luxury apartment building right there. That's a luxury apartment. And like right next to the luxury apartment, there is someone who cannot afford to build a store. And so she's built like this wooden structure, and she's kind of running her business out of it. And it's just like, it's crazy. There's literally a really big mansion right here with like fucking G-Class Mercedes in this house. There are hella luxury apartments, and there's like this lady's store right here. She can't afford to like rent out a shop, so she literally has to put like a wooden structure in front of this house that I think is abandoned, just so like she can survive. Seriously, what is out there for the poor? Like, if you think I'm being unfair and there's any programs that are available to poor people, okay, leave it in the comments. Let us poor people see it and sign up so we can make money too. Okay, see that house? I want one of those. Y'all can pay. I have a Patreon. Here's an example of someone who needs to like go out through the street and with a sewing machine and scissors, and he keeps like slapping it together to make noise so people know he's around. And this is how people earn money. Like, this is how some poor people earn the money. Okay? And how is this, like, the world isn't fair, but like, how is this fair, bro? How? And he's gonna do this like all day. Super hot outside, super sunny. So, to my knowledge, there aren't any like programs that exist to help alleviate poverty in this country. And if you know about any of these programs, leave a comment. Maybe I've been a little bit unfair to whatever organization is responsible for that program, but leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and maybe we can share that with the poor community. That's myself and my friends, and see where this goes. These are the kind of roads that us poor people have to drive on, and the rich don't have to worry about it because they drive like trucks that can survive on these roads. Like, look how I'm literally driving like it's a video game. Look at the road. Like, show them the road. Yo, this is like Mario Kart. Trying to avoid the obstacles. Oof. Y'all feel oh my goodness. Y'all feel that? Son. Yo, this is a whole ass hole. And we're slowly transitioning to the rich neighborhoods. And we found something very interesting. So there's a house for sale. It's 5 bedrooms, and what we're gonna do is we're going to call the person selling the building and sort of like try to find out how much it costs. We want to know how affordable housing is for poor people like him and me. Alright, so I'm gonna call and I'm gonna record them, and I sort of want to hear what they have to say.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, so this is Paul speaking. I'm calling because I'm looking at your billboard, and so there's a house for sale, 5 bedroom by Tema Community 20. Yeah, I wanted to find out how much it costs.
Well, it's $530,000.
$530,000.
Right.
Okay. And so I can follow up with this number when I'm ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's my number, yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's your house.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're not going through any realtor. Okay, that's fine.
No.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So,
Bro.
The house,
Bro.
the house is $530,000. Okay, and I think the house is a catfish because look at the sign. Look at the house and the sign, right? And look at the house. That's not the same thing. That ain't the same thing. Y'all tell me, like, that ain't the same house, and it's $530,000. And I'm pretty sure I have a footage of a house that's like less than $300,000 in like Maryland. There's houses in Maryland that are cheaper than this. And
you get a mansion in Texas.
Bro, $530,000. Seriously though, how do people afford this?
If you save 5,000 cedis every month for the next 50 years, you still won't be able to afford this shit.
Because the median income is so low.
It's 2,800.
There you go.
$530,000.
We're going to try to find a rich neighborhood close by, and then we're gonna find a middle class place nearby. So yeah, $530,000, and that's the house. It's a catfish house. We just drove like down the street a little bit, and it's the same phone number that's on it. So I'm guessing this is also $530,000. So these two properties are like $1.2 million or something. And then there's this small business hiring these trucks right next to like the $500,000 property. And I wonder how much that costs. Or those. And we're not even in like the richest neighborhoods yet. Like this is the ghetto rich neighborhood. And here's what I mean by ghetto rich. See that? You don't find that in the really rich neighborhoods. That's ghetto rich, okay? So we're here in a middle class neighborhood. And the middle class are a very interesting bunch. They're the people whose parents sacrificed everything for them to either have an education or get an opportunity. And they're doing well for themselves. You know, they live modest lives. Some live extravagant lives, but they mostly live modest lives. They work really hard. They take their kids to school, and their kids actually end up becoming the rich. But like most governments, we don't care about the middle class. So we're gonna completely skip over the middle class in this video. We're trying to cook the books here to make a rich versus poor, because adding the middle class sort of breaks down my narrative, and I don't like that. I want this to be rich versus poor propaganda. At least I'm honest with you about that. This is where the poor come to chill, and I have a lot of fond memories of swimming on this beach when it was much less dirty. But if anything, that just tells you that the poor are getting poorer. And I don't know if that's good for the climate, but like, look around, it's filthy. And I don't know if I should blame the poor who come here to chill. I guess it's our fault that this beach is so filthy. But the fond memories though are intact. Behind me are a group of guys playing ball like I used to, like maybe 15 years ago. This is where the poor go, and I'll show you where the rich go in a second.
Ta valise est prête, rends les choses faciles et sèche-moi ces larmes de crocodile.
I've just driven a mile, and you've seen the kind of houses that are here. They're pretty good looking and fancy. I'll give you that. You see on the extreme end, people who have to be on the street and kind of force products on you to sell just so they can have dinner, or just so they can pay for their school fees, and just so they can do all that. And this is all within a mile's drive, by the way. Like, I haven't even gone that far. And you have the two extremes all in one place. If you're the guy who's forced to sell stuff on the street, you wake up in the morning, you see all these luxury cars, you see all these luxury properties, and there's nothing you can really do about your situation for the most part. If you're in your luxury car, you live in a luxury property, you come out of your house, these guys try to sell you stuff. Typically what people do here is ignore them, like pretend they don't exist. And there's two reasons why they ignore them. They don't ignore them because, you know, they're not trying to run away from their problems. Sometimes they do, but other times it's just like, they can be really annoying and forceful with selling a product that you don't need. So it's really just a fascinating little thing that happens here. I made this video as a way to try to explain to my friends the level of income inequality in Accra, and I guess this just turned out into something that I did not envision it to be in the first place. If you ever wondered what it's like making movies with ADHD, this is what it is. All the links are in the bio. Join the Patreon so I can make even more videos like these if you liked it, with me in public being watched by everybody passing by. This is the end of the video. Get from this what you will. Hit like, subscribe to my only Patreon, and stay poor. Alrighty. Okay, bye-bye.